Hello, welcome to another episode of CRT Sound System, and we are talking about Dead Rising, episode 104. Jesus Christ! I'm Tom. I'm here with Reese as always. Reese, how are you?
I'm great. I'm fired up to be here.
Reese is not feeling well, but has graciously agreed to join us all the same.
I
So
I
thank you,
just
Reese,
had
for
I just had
go
some
on.
sort of psychic block to rescheduling this one. I was just like, I can't. I don't want to do it. I don't want another thing in my calendar. We're doing it live. You're not. I maybe Zed will say something so true it activates me, and I start screaming on mic. But I'll probably be pretty quiet this one.
That's all good with us. We've as Reese has given away, we've got Zed with us today, and we've also got Robo returning. Zed, how are you?
I am doing pretty. I'm great. Aside from the wildfire smoke and it was actually better that we rescheduled for today because yesterday was heckin' hot, for lack of a better word, and I was mostly just asleep yesterday. So
Okay.
so
Fair
doing
enough.
better today.
Mm. Robo, how are you? Welcome back to the show.
But let me tell you, 50,000 zombies are not going to stop me from getting some new sneakers at the mall. I need
I
me
mean,
those Jordans.
I feel like you've
yeah.
been writing this one for a while.
I may have got that up in the last 3 seconds.
What is it? 53,000. How much? Let me check. 53,594 zombies. That's
Yeah.
the
That's
one.
the one.
Yep.
That's a classic. So Dead Rising. Zed, tell us about Dead Rising as somebody called Zombaholic online.
Yeah. Well, that is So Dead Rising was originally an Xbox 360 game that came out in 2006 around the
Yeah, sounds about right. Yeah.
I believe it's a launch game. It was under I think maybe 3 to 4 years of development, so that's why it has some incredible polish associated with it. You play as photojournalist Frank West, who has no idea what's going on in the town of Willamette, Colorado. So you fly in via helicopter, get dropped off, and you have 3 days to break the story of what's happening in this small sleepy town. As the box of the 360 is implies, it's maybe zombies, because on the front it just says and has no relation to Dawn of the Dead.
Oh shit! Yeah, I forgot about that.
And like, I love that so much. But yeah, it is very much a technical show horse or show horse. A technical, yeah, I guess that's the right term.
Yeah, show horse is fine.
Like a show horse in the mouth.
Yeah.
That's why I always wear the show horse hat when I'm in the cutscenes.
So it's a technical. It's to show off the strength and capabilities of the 360, but it also was kind of unique for its time. It was very much, it gave into the fantasy that people wanted from zombie media at that point. Of having overwhelming zombies and taking care of the problem, so to speak, in a variety of different ways, and I think it does it really well.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's the briefest of rundowns I can do before I start getting into the nitty gritty.
Oh, we're definitely going to get into the nitty gritty on this one. This is a game I have played a fucking lot of.
Yeah. I've
but
got my strategy guide right here.
Robo, do you want to give us a little bit rundown on your sort of experience with the game briefly, I guess, before we get further into it?
When this game was coming out, and honestly, still up to this point, I always had a fascination with RPGs that didn't fit the usual mold. So seeing Frank West get levels for whatever reason just really embedded itself in my head. Like there is no precedent for this type of action RPG at the time, and it's so blasé to just add RPG elements to games these days, where it's just generic. Oh, your health went up, your attack went up, and whatever. But Frank's getting new moves. He's running faster. He doesn't always look like he's running with a turd in his pants. It was always thought that like he had injured his leg jumping off of that helicopter at the start of the game, and just the acceleration of his speed just makes him look a lot worse.
I just like to think that's how he walks normally, even in like war situations. That's just you know, got to keep your head
shot in the leg.
Yeah, well,
you got to run weird when you're holding your camera at all times as well.
That's right. That's right. You never know. You never know when a good erotic shot is right around the corner.
Absolutely. Yeah, Reese. I do believe we've talked about Dead Rising before, but I don't know if you want to just briefly tell us your own experiences with it.
Dead Rising absolutely fucking rips. I just remember it being one of, you know, the mini games on the 360 that captured my attention and just had me going for quite a while. You know, I remember like my strongest video game opinion at the time was how annoyed I was that I had to save people, because what you want to do is run around the mall and just like chop up zombies. But you know, I don't know. It's an incredible game, and it's sort of like just such a fun setting. Frank West is such a fun sort of blank slate type of weird guy. I don't know, you know, I have nothing original to say about it. It's great. I've had a lot of fun with it, and its sequel, and like everyone else on Earth, I also played 3 and was like, enough.
Maybe maybe the Vancouverites just don't have the juice, is what I've realized in subsequent years.
I have a lot of affection for 2. I think 2 is a really, really good game, but certainly beyond that, they lost the plot a bit, unfortunately.
3 is just abandons the mall completely, right? Do I remember that correctly?
It's like three districts.
Boo!
It's like a Los Angeles city, kind of. It's not actually Los Angeles. It's a renamed thing, but I think that's what they were trying to ape.
Yeah.
No. Okay. Yeah. That's yeah. I don't remember much of 3. I remember starting it. It's still stuck on the Xbox One as well. You can't play it on anything else, right?
No, it's on Steam.
Yeah,
me and Robo come on Steam. Okay.
Yeah, me and Robo played through.
I recently played through 1 through 4 on Steam just because I had to know. I never played those later games. And 3, when you look at 4, 3 is pretty good.
Okay, fair enough.
When you're sliding down the hill, you know, the bump before the last is usually the best.
That's the one you look back on fondly. Yeah. But yeah, like this game, I think is this was the game. This is the reason I bought an Xbox. Like my friend Damien came over just to visit once and brought his Xbox, and it was at the time we all still had CRTs, and he had a nice monitor, and like put it on his nice monitor, and like we played a bit of that and like some Gears of War on his very, very nice monitor, which at the time like much better than like anything you'd ever seen, because he had like a job that required him to have a really nice monitor, but like by today's comparisons, a terrible monitor. I think it was like less than 1080p. But like just like seeing this game, and like as I say, it was a showcase or a show horse for I'm just going to say show horse for the rest of the time now. It was a show horse for the Xbox 360. Like just the amount of stuff on screen at any given time was just like, absolutely insane. And like they really managed to do like the frame rate is pretty solid, all things considered.
Yeah.
Like there are times where the game will chug a bit, but like, you know, you get that opening scene where there's all those zombies in the lobby, and
it runs like, well,
runs ridiculously well, all things considered. Because when the remaster came out, I actually went back and played. I did a full playthrough of the original as well, just because. And like I was actually kind of shocked at how well it still ran on the 360. In fact, it wasn't even a just because. I went back and I wanted to do the last achievement, which I hadn't gotten in the game from So I'd done every achievement except for the 7-day survivor.
Yeah. No, Robo's the kind of insane person who does that.
And I went
I've
back and I did it.
I've gotten all the achievements on 3 different platforms. I think I did it on 360, I did it on PS4, and I recently did it on PC. Because
nice.
I just love it. It's not even that hard these days because you're able to, at least on the PS4, you're able to put the PS4 to sleep, so you can come back to it later on. But...
Yeah, it was known as a bit of an Xbox 360 killer in the days of the Red Ring as well.
Yeah.
I made a few attempts at it back in the day, but like I just. Yeah, you basically just had to leave your Xbox on for 3 days straight. And just like come back to it while checking on it, and there was no way to pause it. That's probably a story for later, but like again, just the whole thing of like running around this mall and like having so many different weapons. There's so many just things you can interact with, like even outside of just the whole thing of like saving people, which is like most of the actual game itself. You can start the game and just fuck around for the entire 3 days if you want.
Yes.
And like it's just got so much appeal as like it's like it's an RPG, it's an open world, it's like there's just all these things you can do in it, and like there's just something about it, and there is a jank to it as well that I think is part of the appeal to me. It's got that Monster Hunter jank where like things don't feel quite right at all times. Like there's, animations can be slow and sluggish, but they're very deliberate, and like there's things like that to it. Like if you need to eat food, like and eating food is a big part of the game. Like, but there is an animation you have to go through while you're eating it. So if you're in the middle of a horde of zombies and you've got no health left, and you're just like panicking trying to eat them.
And it's just one of the best animations ever, where he's just just shoves it right in his face, no matter what it
is. Just like an entire frozen pizza going into his fucking mouth.
That fucking katana. He has no idea how to use katana properly, so you could have any like regular horizontal slash or even a vertical slash that's like far away from you, knock out any zombie in front of you. But instead, he does the most shallow diagonal slash.
Yeah,
it never hits when you want it to. It just leads you straight into getting bit.
Yeah,
he's dumbass.
Frank is no samurai or Ronin, unfortunately.
But like the fact that he like there's this whole thing of him like being like having been a former like football player, so like you learn a bunch of moves that are like football tackles, and then like he was a wrestler as well apparently, so like there's a lot of like suplexes and shit you can learn as well. Like there's just the whole like as you level up, you like as Robo mentioned, like you learn moves, and like obviously you just get like extra health and stuff and you increase your speed, but like just being able to just like do all these extra moves and like suplexing or like the knee drop is just incredibly.
I was going to say, what's your favorite move?
It's the knee drop every fucking time. It feels so good to do.
I mean, like, it's not a Capcom game until you have the spirit of Mike Hagar and Zangief in your game. Until when you unlock the double lariat, it's just
the lariat,
is so good.
Like doing the lariat when you're holding the chainsaws as well.
Yes.
But yeah, like, there's just I love this game so much. It really just brings me so much joy. Just like I haven't quite, I suppose, played it as much as Robo to do it 4 times, but like I've done all the achievements on the Xbox version. I've done like most of the achievements on the PS4 version, and then the remaster I did all the achievements on that when that came out as well. I was just like, it is a game that I like have had moments in my life where I've just been fully obsessed with, and it was the only thing that I've ever done.
Yeah. For sure. Like for me, like that was also so I put the cart before the horse in this one, whereas I purchased the game first, and I was like, I'm gonna save up for the 360 for this. So I just had the box and like the strategy guide, and I would just read it over and over and over again. And then one Christmas, the 360 showed up under the tree, and
sick.
I did not stop. Actually, I remember this is such a. I was a teenager who was stupid, and I made friends with a kid, and then he's like, "Oh, I have a 360." Like, you do? And then I brought my game over to his place, and I just played Dead Rising on his 360 without really hanging out with him.
Hell yeah, I've done that. I've 100% gone to people's houses just because they had a fucking game system I wanted to play.
Yeah.
What are friends for?
Yeah, I think we've all been in that position. I think that's a reasonable thing to do. Sometimes somebody has a fucking Sega Saturn and you just want to play a Sega Saturn.
That's right. Sometimes someone has a Sega CD and you just want to play Lunar, and yeah.
Extremely reasonable.
Yeah.
But yeah, the music is definitely worth talking about as well, just because like aside from like I don't know if they license tracks, but like the boss tracks are sort of all they're worth talking about, and we'll get to them later. But like all the actual incidental music is done by Hideki Okugawa and Marika Suzuki. Hideki Okugawa, most notably the Street Fighter Third Strike composer. He's got a bunch of other credits, but like the one I care about is Street Fighter Third Strike. That game, that fucking soundtrack whips ass. We need to get around to doing it one day, but like absolute one of the goats. Just a really a very different soundtrack, but there's definitely some tracks here where like you can you hear like the drum and bass influence that he has for Third Strike as well coming through on it. But like a lot of there's just like a lot of like incidental music that's like each zone in the mall. So like as you explore the mall, there's different zones in it that sort of open up and you get access to as you explore, and each one sort of has its own piped in music. And it's all
burned into my brain, baby.
Yeah. A lot of it from trying to do that the 5 and 7 day achievements where you are literally just waiting around for the clock to pass, just like standing in the gym because that's one of the safest places to stand in the game.
Staring at your Mega Man watch.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, each of the areas is its own, and then like for like different bosses and different cutscenes and stuff. Then there's a bunch of stuff. So we're going to be here a while because there's quite a bit of music to cover. So I don't want to let us ramble too much. So we're going to jump into the first block of tracks. So I have 6 tracks by Hideki Okugawa and then 1 by Marika Suzuki. So we have Mall Music 3, Mall Music 4, Mall Music 5, Mall Music 6. Zombie, Carlito, and Dr. Barnaby as our first block. I struggle to say that music is good. At least the like it's so appropriate, and that feels like damning with faint praise. But like the way, like, and it's so like this whole game, the way they've sort of like put it together, like everything feels so right for a shitty mall. Oh,
Oh man.
sorry. Reese just sent a message in the chat saying Rob Wiggle is as Frank West, and I forgot about that.
Oh man, I forgot about that.
Oh, Reese. But yeah, just like the way they've constructed the whole mall and the way that like they've just generated this entire world is so well done. Like it's well observed. Like a pastiche. It's so well observed. Like just this pastiche of American mall culture and this pastiche of American zombie movies, and obviously like despite the disclaimer on the front, very much inspired by George Romero and various zombie movies. And like at the time, zombies were in the middle of a bit of a resurgence sort of culturally. Yeah. It was just before the Walking Dead series came out, but like while the comic was starting to get quite popular to the point where it would be sort of something people would care about. Go on.
I would argue it was. I hate giving him his due. I'm not giving him his due. It's Zack Snyder's Dawn of the Dead.
100%. I would give Zack Snyder his due. But
and
like,
James Gunn. I forget.
And James Gunn. But yeah, like that movie, for whatever else you might think about Zack Snyder, that movie was successful in what it was doing, and it was successful as an actual movie. Like, there's definitely some issues with that movie as a movie, but like, it's hard. It's hard to say it wasn't sort of part of the zeitgeist, if not actually leading it. And then, certainly, like giving that whole sort of the idea of the malls and the zombies as like as like sort of being culturally linked as well is definitely like just that sort of that fairly stock at this point critique, let's say, of American consumers. It's hard to call it an actual critique, but it's certainly just like a.
I mean, like speaking of like that kind of stuff, it is kind of nuts how. Eventually Dead Rising, the game, actually has something to say about American culture.
It does, but it's not the same thing. It's
I just like like Carlito's, final lines of being like, "You Americans wanted to keep your bellies fat," or something like that.
Yeah.
Dude,
Barnaby dying as he's talking about the research with the cows, like, it was absolutely necessary.
Exactly.
Do you know how much beef America goes through in a day?
Jesus, because that was wasn't it? They were just like trying to find ways to make beef more productive or something like that.
Yes.
We zombified cows. How?
Me with 7 beef milkshakes in my inventory. Oh, this sucks. I can't believe America would do this.
I mean, like obviously there's bits of this that are incredibly relevant even today, just to sort of America as a whole. But like, it does feel a little bit goofy at times as well, where it's like, it's definitely tonally all over the place in a way that I've sort of like I will often sort of credit for Japan for, just that like it can be the goofiest shit in the world, but also try and like have something that it is trying to actually say as well. And there's just that tonal. Yeah, go on.
I mean, that's what you get with like the development runway that they had, right? Like they had, it's as always, like blank check games usually were more fun before a certain period of time. Like I'm thinking like Dreamcast launch games, PS2 launch games, etc. Like there was when you had the runway to work on something and the freedom to do it, you got some really cool, unique stuff out of it. And Dead Rising is no exception to that. Like they had time to think about what they wanted to do, implement what they wanted to do, and did so. Like there's some things about the remake, the Dead Rising remake, I'm not entirely enthused by. Like, there's a lot less interactivity with, like, the bodies don't. This is gonna sound really morbid, but like the bodies don't like flinch anymore. like after you put them down, like they just are static models because there's no time to add that. There's some reflection issues as well because you know there wasn't time to perfect that, etc., etc. But
they also just ruined the save system, which I think is a genuinely integral part of how this game, like why this game is as good as it is to me. Like the fact that it's got a fucked up save system is like, I'm like, yes, give me that shit. I love that in like Majora's Mask. Yeah, where you actually have to plan what you're fucking doing. Like, because like, I suppose like it's worth talking about just like this game has had a mixed reception over the years. Certainly at the time, like it was the people who loved this game always fucking loved it, but like it definitely feels like it took a while to find its actual audience. But I remember like being in the Something Awful forums at the time when this game was coming out, and there was like 30 or 40 of us complete sickos who were just so into this game and just like constantly posting about how good it was. And then like everyone else is like, this game is dog shit. The save system is terrible. I hate that I'm under time pressure. The combat feels bad. Like,
just... fucking skill issues. Jesus.
It's just, but, and like there's a lot of friction to this game, but like it's not the friction is designed as part of the actual game. Like it's not friction in a way that is sort of like against what the game wants you to do. The game wants you to fucking fight against it. Like it's you know, it's a struggle at the start. Like your levels are low, your health is low, like you will die. The game intends for you to die and restart the whole thing with the experience that you've got. Like it's and like at the time people were not cool with that. Like people were like, no, I need to be able to run through this game in one run through. I need to just finish this game in one sitting. Like, and like the game does not want you to do that.
Oblivion.
And like the game just does not want you to do that. And I really appreciate it for just being like, no, this is you have to engage with this game the way this game wants you to engage with it. And there's no way around it. Like you will not get enjoyment out of this game unless you actually just fucking sit down and just buckle down and get on with it. Like and like it's if you're the kind of person who doesn't like repeating stuff, like that's a reasonable response. Like if you don't like it, but like if you just fucking go along with it for a while, it really just gets its claws in you in such a strong way.
It's also wild how like you can just miss things and stuff. Like if you're not,
just it's like, okay with you missing things as well. Like
there's like just people like usually Otis, the I guess the last maintenance guy. Well, no, there's two of them. That's right.
There's two.
One of the last two maintenance guys is always calling you and telling you where to go and what to do. But he doesn't have eyes everywhere, and there's occasionally just people like locked up in a back room. Like I'm reminded of like the very beginning of the game, the guy who's like locked up in a back room with a bunch of boxes, and he's like, "Hey, what's going on? I've been stuck in here for like a day or like a couple days, and no one's
happening."
Surrounded by sodas and apples.
Yeah. And you're like, "All right, buddy, take this shotgun, and we're gonna have to we have to go through. We're gonna have to wade through some construction, some convicts that have a machine gun on the back of it."
He took it shockingly well.
Yeah, that is true.
I suppose for anybody who's not familiar with what we're talking about, like the game has survivors who like are dotted around the mall. They show up at specific times. Like they'll usually have like a time window where they appear. Some of them you're notified about through like an in-game system where one of the characters will talk to you, and if you get interrupted while talking to, he will get annoyed at you.
Yes,
which again is another sort of pain point for a lot of people, where like if you keep getting attacked by zombies, eventually he'll just stop calling you and just not give you the information you need, which is incredibly funny, but also very annoying if you're in the middle of a run and you're doing really well and you fuck up. Which again ties into the save system being all kinds of fucked up, where like you have one save and you just have to save or else you're going back to the start, buddy.
That's right.
But yeah, so like you've got these survivors. They can join you in your party. You can have up to 8, I believe, at a time in your party. They are an absolute fucking nightmare to deal with. All of them are like they all have like different needs. So like some people need to be carried, people need to like for you to hold their hand.
Yep.
Some people will only come with you if somebody else is with them.
Yep.
Some people, some people are really aggressive with zombies. Some people will just constantly be running away from zombies. Like there's so much personality to these people, and they are all fucking nightmares, and I hate every single one of them.
And my favorite thing, the thing I always do is just like I grab every pistol that like those cop zombies drop, and then I'm just like, all right, here you go. And then like sometimes do not give them shotguns. The widespread on that will get you killed, but they can handle pistols well enough.
Yeah.
I always love that they took those character relationships into account between the like if you save a husband and wife or whatever and one of them dies, they will defect. They won't just they won't just die themselves or like runs it. They will defect. You cannot save them at all, even if they're next to the doors. They'll just attack you instead because they can't handle it anymore.
Yeah.
And if they get killed by zombies, they're not always just gonna die. You might sometimes get a cutscene showing them reanimating, and suddenly they're undead as well. And that shit's
and they'll show up as a zombie in the mall. Yeah, it's great. Yeah.
Oh yeah, like they all have and like if they get eaten by zombies, if they all have cutscenes, there's special cutscenes like where you can see them get mobbed and eaten, and they're like, there's quite a few of them, surprisingly.
I mean, I suppose unsurprisingly, this game is incredibly gory. Like this is just like it. It is a celebration of like the goriest shit you can imagine, and in a very goofy B movie kind of way. Like it's not like a cannibal holocaust kind of thing, but it's more like Evil Dead or like that kind of sort of gore where it is very slapstick. Like a Dead Alive or something like that. Yeah, absolutely. And there's a slapstick to it that is very enjoyable. Alongside go ahead, sorry.
Oh, I mean, like, just one of my favorite moves that you unlock for Frank near the end is the disembowel move, and you just slam your fist into a zombie, rip out his organs.
And like doing that on humans as well is just like incredibly powerful. Like just like disemboweling the fucking when you're on the guys, the special forces guys that come like on the fifth day or whatever they arrive. Yeah, you just start disemboweling them, and it is genuinely the most effective way to kill them as well.
I always love the flying RKO. Just the face crusher on these guys.
It's such a great one. So they're just like, again, just the whole fun of it is just the amount of different ways you can engage with the game and its systems. Like you can go like with melee stuff, you can just bring whatever crappy weapons, you can just do a bunch of hand-to-hand combat, or you can just like constantly stock up on like shotguns and sniper rifles if you want. There's just or else you can just run over zombies with your car, which if you want to get the zombie genocider achievement, that is pretty much your only option, is to just go down into the tunnels and just drive cars for 6 hours.
Shout out to the auger, which is like the most horrific weapon you can get in the game, because you just slam into a zombie and it just spins and then their limbs fly off.
Oh shit! I forgot about that.
Gigantic power drill.
Oh my god, I forgot about that.
So it's so useless, but like you feel powerful.
And like with that, like all these different weapons have like so many different unique animations, and like there's just stuff that you can discover just by combining, not like combining weapons like in 2, but like just like doing certain weird things that are maybe a little bit unintuitive with certain weapons, or like you can get like a frying pan and you can put it onto like a hot plate and get it hot, and then you can use that to just like start melting zombie faces. And like the game then sort of like gives you experience in the form of like style points. They're called PP. We love to collect our PPs.
Prestige points.
Prestige points, is that what but like so like doing like stylish kills will get you PP. Like taking photographs of stuff, I suppose worth mentioning if we haven't really, is that like a big component of it is you taking photographs of things. Because you've covered wars before. So yeah, you're like a photojournalist. So your whole deal is that you're here, sort of investigating what's going on, and you've just gotten yourself landed in this, in the middle of a zombie apocalypse, and you've just been dropped off by a guy in a helicopter.
That guy,
It should be noted that one of the experience vectors is erotic. So you
Yes.
also get experience points for taking upskirts.
Yes.
I feel this is important for some
Yes.
reason to mention.
No,
they did take that out of the remake because it's
Cowards.
woke now.
Yeah.
So
What? Oh my God! I'm joining the proud girls.
You still get the that one request from was it Leanne that gives you the request to take sexy pictures of her?
yes. What the fuck?
You still get the request, but it's not erotic anymore. It's just like I forget what they call it, but yeah.
It's just even creepier now.
Yeah. Yeah, it's it is a game of its time in a lot of ways too. So but yeah, you can get erotic points, you can get gory points, you can sometimes get gory and erotic points if you take a picture of a sexy zombie.
Outtake points.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Right. I think we're going to jump into the next block of tracks because we're going to be here a while. So I suppose worth noting, alongside the survivors, there are survivors who are your enemies. The game calls them psychopaths, which is obviously not the wokest term, but that's what they're called in the game. So they are people who've just been stuck in the mall and have gone a bit nuts for some reason. Probably the zombie apocalypse that just happened to them. So yeah, these are sort of your boss fights as you go through the game. They will sort of unlock things for you, in particular the best weapon in the game, which is the chainsaws. So yeah, we've got all these tracks by Hideki Okugawa. So we have Adam, Crazy Clown. We have Cletus, the gun shop owner. We have Kick the Pedal. I'm not sure what the boss fight for that is. I didn't put that in my notes, unfortunately. Then we have
Isabela.
Oh, right, yeah, it might be the boss fight where she's on her bike, yeah.
Yeah.
Then there's Paul, the Arsonist, then Army, which I presume is when you're just fighting some army dudes. Then you have Brock, who's the king of the army. I don't know what they call them in the army. Do they have kings in the army?
Yeah,
Right,
sure.
Write in and tell me. And then the last is police officer. So that is our second block, and we'll jump into that. just to jump back to the first track, we've sort of talked about it a bit during the first break as well, but just like the all the random vocalizations that are in these tracks is very funny.
Oh, they're so good.
And like, because they're barely audible in the game, and then like listening to them on their own, you're just sort of like, oh, this is just nothing noises. Like, there's no way. And like, it's great because it just, again, it is part of just like creating this effect within the game and creating this sort of vibe that is very particular. Like, yeah, like we'll probably get to it later, but like the butt rock of this game is very the butt rock powers it's very much in that butt rock era.
Yeah.
Like just sort of, yeah.
I can imagine a teenager punching a hole in their drywall. Yeah, drywall with this.
Yeah, many holes are punched in drywall listening to this kind of music for sure. Yeah, but yeah, the bosses, again, sort of like they're the more interesting part of it in terms of like the things that people remember. Like they are sort of very distinct characters. They've got this sort of like this Mega Man vibe where like everybody is such a distinct character that you're fighting, and then when you defeat them, you get a special unlock. Whether it's
use
like
the leaf shield against the grocery store guy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the main thing is you unlock the chainsaws, and then everything dies to the chainsaws. It's possibly one of the more annoying things about the game, I guess, is when you discover that there is nothing else that you want to do than have triple booked chainsaws, and that is the only way you need to finish the game, because they will just last you.
I go in guns blade. I fill up my inventory with guns, as Robo can attest whenever we play co-op.
Fair enough. Yeah, I guess if you're just like optimizing, you're just like, yeah, just get these with the 3 books, because you can, as well as you can pick up so many different items, and one of the things you can pick up are books, and they will sort of give you buffs to certain items, to certain strategies, which is a cool little thing. And like the game doesn't really tell you about it. You just sort of find things as you go in the game, and it is one of the nicer aspects of it. It's just like there's so much of this game that the game just does not tell you about, and is quite happy for you to just not find out.
Oh, there's those there's those 2 Japanese tourists as well, and the only way you can communicate with them is going to the bookstore to find a Japanese translation book, and it's like that's the only way. It's the only use it has in the game, and you have to. And Frank walks back and speaks the most broken Japanese to the group, and they're like, and then you hear, they talk back, they talk to each other, like, and it's all subtitled in English, and they're like, man, this guy is not really good, but I guess it's better than nothing.
Yeah, Frank's like, me good, funny. Me photo man, me safe, room safe, big thumbs up.
Yeah, again, just part of the whole sort of the friction of the game and everything is just like finding these weird little things that you have to do, and again, like, so some people will like make you do something for them before they come with you, which is a very in a sense of like creating a reality of this is like kind of weird. It's like, why wouldn't you just come with somebody? But like there's a lot of people who are like, I don't trust you or whatever, where you're like
look, that one guy needs something to eat, and he's eating everything on the floor.
Everything in Jill's sandwiches.
And then if you once you save him, then like every couple of days, there's one thing where you like
the worst.
If you don't bring him food, he will just take the entire room he's in with him as well, which is very weird. Like they'll all just go looking for food, because apparently he's some sort of he's so convincing about the need for everybody to get food.
Natural 10 charisma, natural 10 constitution.
When he comes into the room, you can no longer get your coffee creamers or your orange juice up in the room. You've eaten it all.
Yeah, that's funny. I suppose even with mentioning like the second track was the gun shop, and one of the sort of later things you get when because you'll go back to the gun shop quite a bit after you kill Cletus, because it's a source of guns, and guns are handy. Like the shotguns and sniper rifles are very, very useful. So, but like you go back, I think is it the middle of the second night. I forget
Somewhere
exactly
around there,
when, but
yeah.
if you go back at a certain point, there will be 3 survivors in there, and if you're not expecting it, they will kill you dead.
Yes.
They will just shoot you, and the game sort of just is like happy for you to die there if you weren't expecting it to happen. It is, it's very annoying, but that's the game for you. But just to again to say about the game sort of asking you to do things, or survivors asking you to do things, they won't come with you unless you go back to the safe room and take a picture of the vent. I don't know why they need specifically a picture of the vent showing that there's a vent in this building. It's like we won't
No
believe
way.
you. No, there's no way we can believe that there is a vent in this building without photographic evidence.
No.
And if you don't know about that beforehand, you have to go all the way back to take that picture.
Right. Luckily, the game does keep your photographs between playthroughs. So if you have one saved in your camera, you can just use that photo again, I believe. I don't think you need to take a new photo each time.
I find like the as much as people do complain about the time restraints, it seems more generous than it is. Or like
you have so much time.
Yeah, like you can like even if you have to do that, you could theoretically book it back and book it, between the survivor and the event, and still have some time left over to do something.
I gotta disagree. You have, of course, you have like there's enough time, and if once you get used to it, you can make that work for you. Mm-hmm. But like, if you're just sitting down and playing this, like at least semi-casually, like the survivor's behavior, which is hilarious, and I would never change, absolutely will fuck you over as you're trying to make these time windows. Especially too is sort of like the way it like booms the need for these people to be saved. Like it's the most important thing by the way that like the UI is presented. And it's sort of like it's so easy to get them killed and for you to lose track of stuff. And sort of like once it's like Four Push said, it's sort of like it's a game that wants you to play it a couple times, and like your fourth playthrough feels incredible. But the time constraints are mean in a way that I appreciate.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean it's not lenient for sure, but like it again, once you get used to it, you do realize that there is actually so much time to do the things you need to do. Mm-hmm. Like even if you're going for like the Saint achievement, like that is entirely doable your first time through. If you know what you're doing.
you can screw with it too, because like if you because I believe Brad and Jessica, that's her name. Jesse. They count as survivors too. So I had one playthrough where I believe I got all 50, and then I failed the mission, and I got like 52 to 51 survivors.
Oh yeah. There's a weird thing that if you finish it early, or if you just quit at a certain point, you get an extra survivor. Because does Jesse dies in like a later cutscene if you continue through the plot or something? Yes. Or is it Brad that dies? I forget. Yeah.
Well,
but one of them dies. But are they both? Do they both die? I don't know yet. But like, you can.
Spoilers.
People die in this game called Dead Rising. So like but like again, there's different paths you can take through the game as well. So like they're not necessarily going to die in every game, in every playthrough, or even in your first playthrough. Like there's a lot of sort of unintuitive ways you can sort of go about the actual plot of the game, because of the way like everything, like the way like timings for stuff overlap, and like you'll have different missions at different times, and like if you do certain things before you do other things, it sort of gives you, there's sort of weird timings that you can do, and like it gets you some weird endings as well. Like there's 6 different endings.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
The main one leads into overtime mode, but there's like you don't show up at noon, so the helicopter, he's just like, oh, Frank didn't show up. Well, them's the breaks, and then he gets eaten by a zombie.
Yeah. Well, or there's the one where he's coming along, and then there's just a zombie in the it somehow got into the helicopter anyway.
What's happening to him?
Yeah, it's just yeah.
It's one of those
Yeah, then
universal
there's-
constants that you timeline constants you can't break away from.
Yeah. Yeah, and then there's like the you've got the overtime mode then where you sort of like you find out a little bit more about the plot that's happening, and then like the army gets called in, and that's where you have like the army fight, and that sort of all culminates in you fighting an army king on a giant on a tank, and also having to like having this insane fight where like you're being chased by a tank and you've got like a mounted gun.
Yeah.
It's just
It's
like
a turret sequence.
It's an awful turret sequence. The game is not designed for shooting. Like it feels so bad trying to aim anything.
It has a health bar.
Yeah.
Yeah. And again, there's the jank to it is part of why the game feels really good.
Yeah, we were talking about
as well. It's just like
we were talking about that of how like the game, how it ends is so not typical of how a game like this should, or like how a game should end, where like all the stuff you've accumulated, all the knowledge you have, like now it's time to put that into practice. Here's you assume you can have all your knickknacks and what your paddywhacks, but ultimately you're just bare knuckle boxing this guy on top of a tank, and it's like, well, I may not have my golf clubs,
but if you I think you can bring smoothies into the fight.
Yes.
So.
The most important item. Zed, I would like to just point out how much I love the phrase, you have your knickknacks in your paddywhack. That's it.
I mean, this is a very knick-knack paddywhacky kind of game, to be fair.
That's right.
No, exactly. You could write 10,000 words and not have a more accurate description of what's going on.
I think that's a store in the mall.
Please read my Game of Sutra article on knickknacks and paddywhacks and video games.
This is a very 2013 style article about pseudo-narrative dissonance, but it's just called knickknacks and paddywhacks.
That'll get me on the giant bomb couch for sure.
All right, we'll jump into another block of tracks here. So these are just this is just more of a grab bag of different stuff. There's no real particular theme to it. Mostly just sort of like ambient music and cutscene music. The Marika Suzuki seems to have done most of like the cutscene music by comparison to Hideki Okugawa. But yeah, we've got 3 by Marika Suzuki. We've got Disquiet, Isabela 2, and No Time to Lose. Then by Hideki Okugawa, we've got Santa Cabeza, Carlito's Locket is the parenthetical on that. Then by Marika Suzuki, we've got Irritation. By Hideki Okugawa, we've got Undercover Scheme by Marika Suzuki. Then the last track is The Last Moment.
I'm seeing double, 2 Isabelas.
R.I.P. Brad.
Oh, look,
Yeah.
Brad, he knew what he was getting into.
Yeah.
I can't fucking believe they named another character Brad later on.
Oh,
They
which
did?
one?
Which one?
I think it's called the ZDC. An employee of the ZDC, Brad Park.
Oh.
He was a DLC character in 3 and became a main character in 4. And it's like, why name him Brad?
That's very funny.
Oh.
Yeah, so most of the tracks there were Marika Suzuki. So we didn't really mention her before just because I hadn't many of the tracks. But just looking there, this is actually the second game she did for Capcom, and mostly seems to have just continued to do work for Capcom. And then notably a lot of Monster Hunter.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, like Monster Hunter has fantastic music, so absolutely props to that. Like the Monster Hunter obviously has a mix of different composers and stuff. There's not just her, but like absolutely on pretty much every Monster Hunter seems to have something there. Including like the Monster Hunter story soundtrack, which are quite good as well. But also notably Bionic Commando Rearmed, which had a fucking great soundtrack. Sorry, Reese, were you going to say something?
I was just gonna make the joke. They've worked a lot with Lydia Tarr.
Absolutely. I wonder if she was consulted for that movie. That would have been
No.
And the other thing that I'm seeing here is Sengoku Basara, which I've possibly mentioned before as having absolutely fucking unreal soundtracks. Just like really, really good, just like rock, sort of butt rock in a very similar style to just in terms of both gameplay and the music to the Dynasty Warriors games. It's basically just the Japanese version of Dynasty Warriors.
Yeah, I love Sengoku Basara.
Yeah, I've only played one of them, but it fucking whipped ass.
It whips the llama's ass, you say?
Indeed, yeah.
Oh.
For
the 3 people out there who get that,
and the 2 of them are currently on the podcast.
I mean, I can think of at least one person who's going to be listening to this for whom that is a reference. That
is perhaps the last thing I will remember in the old days.
Yeah, just going out being like, I really whipped the llama's ass. So
one thing I wanted to mention was like, there's just a little bit of like Resident Evil-y theme there, and I wonder if it's just little piano tracks that like are really dissonant and echoey.
It is sort of something we touched on during one of the breaks when I was talking about playing only in the Servbot head, but like there is something of like a museum of Capcom to this game.
Yes.
Like whatever else about everything else with the whole thing, like you go to different shops, there's so many references to old Capcom games, and just like it is, like as was mentioned, Jill's Sandwiches is the name of one of the shops.
Jill's Sandwiches is the best.
Yes.
I love that.
Yeah, it's such a good, and like they're all dot over the place. You just find like Servbots. There's the Mega Man movie in the if you go to the movie theater.
The food court has a restaurant for Chris as well, but I can't recall what it's called.
Yeah, there is something there. Yeah, but yeah, like there's just so many just like little references and stuff just for
being able to dress up as Mega Man. Yeah, you can and get the actual Mega Buster. Like there's the fake Mega Buster.
Yeah, and that's what you get for actually completing the Zombie Genocider achievement, which I suppose worth mentioning as well in the context of the Xbox 360 and like the achievement system sort of being part of its identity. Like a lot of early games try to actually make achievements be something that's sort of tied to gameplay. And other games didn't bother, and they still don't bother. But like your achievements actually have mechanical sort of weight that like they are something that you will need to do to unlock like extra weapons, extra costumes, like some of the most powerful things in the game that you can actually do are unlocked by completing achievements. Sadly, the actual most powerful thing that you can do in the game, which is get the Mega Blaster, is locked behind one of the most grindy achievements you'll ever do in a game, which is the one where you have to kill 53,594 zombies.
Yep.
There's no way of doing that organically. You absolutely have to go down into the tunnels over and over to do that.
It is like it is weird. Like I'm wondering if they did actually expect people to do just that, or if it was like if they thought that maybe you could somehow kill that many zombies in that amount of time, because you can't even do it in overtime mode. Like you have to do it in the first 3 days, and you have to ignore everything else about the game. You have to ignore all the calls. You just have to just like do the worst ending. You just have to be the worst photojournalist of all time, because you absolutely have to run over 53,000 zombies in vans.
I was kind of hoping that when you did that, they'd all just disappear at a certain
yeah,
because like, well, I took out the population of the whole
population of this town. Yeah,
yeah.
Hello?
What else is there? Yeah, hello.
The achievement I want to mention that ruins the game is the achievement charmingly called Frank the Pimp.
Oh,
where
shit.
you need to get 8 women survivors following you, which requires you to just basically let every man die and just like.
I mean, you're not letting every man die. You're just killing every man as soon as you see them. Just
correct. Sorry. It's really like this. Almost feminist misandry run.
I wonder if anybody's done a full misandry run. That would be very funny.
I'm booting the game up now.
Frank kills Joe the cop and saves the 4 girls in there. I was like, we're saved, we're gonna do a safeties. And then they notice that he's got like a bunch of other women.
4 other women
bring around. And like, are we
and
safe?
And it's such a weird thing you have to do as well, just because of the way the game spawns survivors. Sometimes is like it will only spawn certain like the Joe fight in particular. It won't spawn that fight unless you have like a certain number of survivors alive in the thing. So like if you want to get that fight to show up to get the 4 women, you have to go around and kill all the remaining survivors, because otherwise the game won't spawn them. So yeah, it's like the way the game requires you to actually play it to get that achievement is, well, to get that achievement in that specific way is absolutely fucking bonkers. Otherwise, you basically just have to run through the game and hope that none of the survivors die that you've got with you. And as previously mentioned, the survivors are awful to deal with. They're really hard to control. Like even once you get access to the shortcut from the Wonderland Plaza to the whatever the opening plaza is called, I forget it. Yeah. Like even when you get that, and like you can basically just like have your survivors wait in the room while you do stuff. Like it's a struggle, especially if you get into a cutscene, because it resets the waypoint after you have a cutscene as well. So like there's times where you're like you've left somebody in a safe spot and you get a cutscene and you just have to fucking book it back to where you left them, just so that you can like reset the waypoint so that they don't immediately run out and start trying to kill zombies or getting killed by zombies, whichever they decide they're going to do. So I feel like talking about this game makes it sound like the most miserable fucking experience in the world.
I think it's clear that we've been playing it like dozens of times over the years.
But like I have literally put hundreds of hours into this game. I love it so much, and like the parts that are miserable are genuinely like the parts that kind of make it so much fun too, where you're like, this is such a horrible thing, but I'm just having the best time doing it.
I mean,
I think, to speak well of the game and its mechanics, all this stuff is sort of set against maybe the most fun, like, open world sandbox of all time. And like, it really can't be overstated how fun it is to like dig through the stores, and then you're like, oh, I'm in the sports store. Oh, I've got a foam football, and you're just like, like wailing on zombies with foam footballs, and you chuck a bunch of them at a zombie and kill one. Like it really doesn't like it does incentivize you to like kill more zombies, but sort of like it just lets the fun exist in a way that games have a really difficult time doing in this day and age. And and I think a really important point in all of this is that Dead Rising is a really fucking funny game to play. It's so funny to be wandering around and do this stuff, and oh no, the survivor gets eaten, and your pants fall down around your ankles, and you trip, and the zombies laugh at your butthole. No, it doesn't, not quite that granular, but it
what happened to your game?
I got it modded. I got the laughing butthole mods.
Must be the remaster.
That's basically sort of it. Honestly, like I think Dead Rising 2 is really great at this too, and I feel like it loses its way with that joy in the later ones. Because
they start to take themselves too seriously is the problem, I think.
It's like in 3 you were building like really powerful weapons, and that
in 3 fun. You're Norman Reedus from fucking Walking Dead for whatever reason, and like why you don't want to be that guy. That's not a guy you want to be in this series.
It's got a very West Coast Canada flavor, and I can't describe that other than what that game is. Considering
I don't know what that means, but
yeah.
You're 100% right, Reese.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's just like if you've lived here, you know. That's all.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. If you lived in the West Coast of Canada, shout us out.
Nope.
But yeah, like you're 100% right, Reese. It's just like the way this game is fun is just like. It's willing to be goofy. It's willing to just sort of not take itself too seriously. It'll present things to you in a way where you're like, oh, I just want to fucking see what happens if I do this. It sort of draws your attention towards things in really interesting ways. And like, it's just, I think as well, like the context of games at the time as well, like this is sort of pre-Dark Souls when people realized that actually hard games are good again. And like, I feel like if this game had come out after Dark Souls, people would think it's one of the best games ever made. But because it came out before, people remembered that they liked playing hard games. And like, in the middle of, like when people were complaining about like games being made just for kids and stuff like that, and everything sort of tutorializing you too hard, and like that's not a unique complaint to nowadays. People were saying that was happening even in the PS2 era. And like it was definitely a thing compared to the old games, but that's just how things are. But like this game, in a way that it doesn't sort of hold your hand for a lot of things. It just is sort of happy to let you experience it on its own terms and on your terms. And like, as I've mentioned a couple of times, it's not afraid to just let you fucking miss stuff that is either very obvious or just it doesn't tell you about. And you're just like, you sort of have to sort of meet this game halfway to have the fun that you're going to have. But like once you come there, it is just like, it's so much fun, and it's so compelling, and it just scratches an itch that very few games actually scratch. I love this game so much. I'm really glad we were just able to just rant about this game for 2 hours. But I want to do one final block, and it is. Or sorry, no, I've got 2 more blocks of music, but one final block of the original game, which is like, I don't want to say that they are licensed tracks necessarily. Some of them are, but some of them seem to be sort of bespoke to this game. It's very difficult to find out because none of these bands are bands you will have ever heard of in your life.
I mean, that's the telltale sign of a good soundtrack of like,
absolutely,
like this and Alan Wake 2. Never heard of the half of those bands, but
Yeah, absolutely. So I've got these. Most of these are like boss tracks. So we've got possibly the most well-known track from this, just because it is. It's a banger. Is Gone Guru by a band called Lifeseeker. This one I'm reasonably certain is a licensed track. It's not on the actual soundtrack, but so I had to actually go and find the actual the download from this band's album in order to listen to it.
I wonder where it came from. I wonder who in the production team or development team was like, "No, we got to put this in. This is the sound of convicts to me."
Yeah. I think just like trying to find this butt rock sound. The next track is by a group called Hostile Groove. The track is called Fly Routine. So Hostile Groove, again, you will not have heard of them, but you have heard the person singing the song on this podcast before, because his name is Shooty HG, or that's what he calls himself. He's been on the Devil May Cry 3 soundtrack. He's been on the Devil May Cry 4 soundtrack. He's been on the Final Fantasy 13 2 soundtrack. He's been on the Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth soundtrack.
Fly Routine is in all those games?
No, but the singer is. So the crazy chocobo theme from Final Fantasy 13 2, which we've played on the Final Fantasy 13, the very first episode of this podcast. So he appears on that soundtrack. But yeah, the Hostile Groove, I presume that's what the HG and Shooty HG is from. Nobody else in the band has a VGMDB page except for this guy, so I don't know if they have any other notable things. But the track Fly Routine is the Steven boss fight. Steven is the grocery store guy, if I recall right. He's trying to kill you with a shopping cart. Then by the Evolutionaries, we have Slave, which is the fight against Cliff in the hardware store.
R.I.P. Cliff. Too good for this world. Well, to be fair, he was serving on the side of the American military, so who's to say?
He calls you a filthy communist in the original one, and then they took that out for the remake.
Cowards yet again.
Cowards. And then by Lockjaw, we've got Bored Again, which is the Sean fight. Then another track by Hostile Groove called On a Mission, which is the fight against Larry.
Look at the viral turn. 10 worlds away. For everyone, when will they come? I sit and count the passing days, thinking back when I was young. I've been thinking it's all sinking, everything's blocked and nothing's ever new to me. The border's free, so I fill my pockets and save a bit for you. Serenity, not meant for me. My head it fell, clean off of me. With an anxious heart, pushed to extremes. I wonder when I'll make it home. I've been thinking it's all sinking, everything's blocked and nothing's ever new to me. The border's free, so I fill my pockets and save a bit for you. Could have done much more than this. Hold on, until I'm lost in bliss, yeah. I've been thinking it's all sinking, everything's blocked and nothing's ever new to me. The border's free, so I fill my pockets and save a bit for you. Save a bit for you. No subject, just feeling inside of me. Time to unlock and free. On a mission to seek out the heaviest shit around now. I'll hit you with the heaviest shit in the world. I'll wreck you with the heaviest shit in the world. It's necessary to be insane. All you think of is destiny. Ambition to find a god. So proud down, motherfucker. I worship the heaviest shit in the world. So I continue with the heaviest shit in the world. Yeah.
Yeah.
I really just Shooty HG. Like I think he should be the mascot of the podcast at this point. Like what a yeah. I love it. What a bit of joy. Just absolutely fucking goofy as shit. The unsigned stage at the Vans Warp Tour that year must have been lit. Yeah. So all those just absolute they're just yeah.
It's so beautiful. It's like
they're so iconic for the game.
Yes.
It
also crystallizes that point in time of like the early 2000s. It's like, what was music? Well, you could look at wrestling and Dead Rising.
Because like even at the time when this came out, like this was starting to get a little bit outdated as well. Like like that this style of music was definitely on the wane. But I think to maybe to Japanese ears that this was like the quintessential American music, and that's why they decided to get this terrible butt rock to be representative of all these horrible Americans.
And yet it's not wrong.
No. They didn't. They really called the shot there.
Yeah.
But yeah, as mentioned, Gone Guru was the only one that is not on the soundtrack. So
such a classic.
Yeah, it's not on the official soundtrack, but the rest of them are all there. Presumably just because none of these bands appear to have released any albums. But Gone Guru is possibly the most well-known song anyway, just because it's like the way it jumps out at you when you've been going through the game. I think is it 7 o'clock on the first night they appear.
Yeah, around that.
Yeah, maybe around that. So like the first night they appear in the convicts. So they're not strictly speaking like a discrete boss fight. They're just like they're more of an obstacle that shows up in the first night. And they're driving around on a military jeep with a mounted gun. They are so very annoying.
Yeah. Like, where did they come from? Like, what were they planning to do?
What did they think is going to happen if they're just driving? I guess they just want to kill some zombies. I mean, fair.
Yeah, I mean, fair.
But
it's a massive space. You're not necessarily going to be able to take them down because they have a fucking giant machine gun on them. Yeah. You are terrified of that thing.
If they start hitting you with that,
Yep.
It's in a space that you're always coming in and out of, and they respawn every day. So you are just hearing this song constantly.
Every time you run through, and you're like, "Oh, these fuckers are back! They're playing their fucking music on it."
Well,
and you love it.
Yeah, but like there are times where I just don't bother to even try to kill them because it's a hassle. You basically. The easiest way to kill them is to try and get them stuck in geometry so that you can just like get behind them with a katana. Yeah, and like they are stupid and they will just drive into the nearest tree just to get at you. So like you can absolutely just abuse the AI to make sure that they don't bother you, and oftentimes even without you needing to do anything, they will just get stuck in a tree or 60 zombies or something else.
That is how I defeated them more often than not. It was just like, oh, what are the convicts up to? And it's just sort of like the gun is just shooting against the wall. For no reason.
Fire against the goal.
Just go up and just like poke him with a knife a couple times. And then...
Get him making the most of this freedom.
So they're mostly an obstacle rather than a real boss fight, unlike the other tracks. But yeah,
is Willamette a prison town? Again, I have so many questions.
Yeah, like how did they get in?
Were they just in a bus, like untransport? Anyway, look, these are all my questions.
So I mentioned this before. When you guys played, did you ever like just hang out on the roof and look out into the horizon at the rest of Willamette? And like just wonder what other buildings are out there. So there must be a prison out there, I guess. But you're like trying to see like the military presence out there, trying to see if there's helicopters around. Just seeing faraway zombies in the in the parking lot that you can shoot. You can
Yes.
like
Yeah.
interact with them just
Not in the
barely.
remake. Not in the remake
Yeah.
though, but in the original, yeah.
It was amazing.
Oh, can you not in the remake? Oh, that's
No.
disappointing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I suppose probably the next block of Jack is going to be the remake, so worth discussing the remake in a bit more detail, just because it is relevant. And I'm presuming, have we all played it?
I have not. I've just.
Oh, you have not. Okay.
I've seen quite a few videos on it though, because
Okay.
I needed to know.
Yeah.
Turns out I
Yeah.
can't get new RAM for whatever reason in
Oh,
the
no.
graphics card.
I wonder what's causing that to happen. Could be some sort of yeah.
That's
So
zombies,
they did like a remastered version on the PS4 and Xbox One in like 2015. I'm going to say.
Yeah,
Maybe
it
around
was
then.
more of a nice port of the game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just basically a port, increases the frame rate, increases the resolution. I don't know if they changed anything about the gameplay. They maybe just sort of.
They
I
gave you
think they
5
sort of-
save slots.
Yeah, I think they gave you some save slots. I think is probably the biggest thing that but they didn't fundamentally change how the save system worked. They just made it a little bit easier. If you happen to fuck up, you could have a backup save.
Yeah.
Which isn't like the worst thing in the world. I just never use the backup save for anything really. I was just like, no, I'm happy with this the way it is. Maybe I like the misery. But yeah, no, they did basically then just like a complete overhaul of the game for. Was it also? It wasn't done by. What's the name of the studio that did the later games? Blue Castle, is that what they're called?
Yeah, Blue Castle, that would eventually become Capcom Vancouver. No, they were shut down
Yeah.
around that point.
Okay.
They shut down pretty hard after.
Yeah.
Because I don't know. I don't remember when Dead Rising 4 was, because that was the death knell, and
Yeah.
I only know this because I would apply to Vancouver a lot because it was just down the way from me, and I was like, come on, hire me, damn it.
No.
I can write this ship.
I can fix it for you.
I can fix it.
I can fix her.
Yeah.
Fix her. Yeah. But yeah, like it was 2024 that came out. It was done in the Resident Evil engine, so like it plays really nicely. I will say that for it. Like it is a genuinely well playing game, and like if you're a person who had a lot of problems with how this game played, absolutely recommend playing the remake. It fixes a lot of that, and I'm saying fix as a loaded term because a lot of those fixes kind of make the game worse, or at least make the game less enjoyable to me. Like being able to move while shooting and stuff like that. There's a lot of things that sort of trivialize boss fights, trivialize just doing anything in the game. Like it is much easier to play this game. It's much easier. Like I did blast through this game. Like I genuinely had a good time playing the remaster. Like it was a fun.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't say that I hated it, but it is definitely a compromised experience in comparison. It's not something that I want to go back to. Like I don't know if I mentioned on the show or just beforehand, but like one thing that I did when I played the remaster was immediately went back and replayed the first game for the first time in maybe 10 years, and I was like, I replayed it on my 360. I pulled out my 360 out of the attic, I set it up, and I was like, I'm playing this game again, because in just sort of reminding me of how much I loved the first game, I was like, no, well, I got to go back and actually experience this again and see how it holds up. And it still holds up because a lot of what's good about this game and a lot of the friction points of this game were sort of there. They existed back then too. So like the ways in which this sort of it juts against sort of modern game design are sort of still present. So it doesn't feel archaic. Because of that, it's the same as when I go back to older Monster Hunter games. Like because of that sort of the way that those games are friction, the friction those games have. Like I can play so much more of like Monster Hunter 4 or Monster Hunter 3, despite all of the sort of the quality of life stuff that they added to the newer games, just because those games were already a fucking nightmare at the time. Like you just sort of the way you have to struggle with their systems is
Look,
just
I'm
sort
already
of
a
so,
masochist.
so
Yeah,
specific.
I'm already being a masochist anyway.
Yeah.
Might as well.
Yeah, so like when you go back, like there isn't a sense that like game design has moved on from this point or whatever, because like they are so sort of crystallized as their own sort of singular thing within games at the time and for now. So like, you know, going back to play this game and doing the 7-day survivor achievement, which is the main reason I was like, I completed all the achievements on the remaster, and then I was like, I've for the last 10 years I've had this one, or in fact more, 15 years at that point, I've had this one achievement that is completely undone, and I've done all the other achievements. So it's like, I'm going to go back and I'm going to do it.
I see you're a Frank the Pet aficionado as well.
Yeah, I've done all the achievements on the PS4 version except for that one. I've done all the achievements on that except for that. I didn't go back to do the PS4 one, but yeah, like I was just like, I'm just going to have this just so that it is completed on my gamer tag. You can, if you don't believe me, you can check my gamer tag.
Check my forum description. I have my gamer tag in there.
Yeah. It'll be. I'll post my gamer tag link in the yeah. It's just I say this is a very enjoyable game. It just lacks a lot of sort of what made Dead Rising itself such a fascinating game, and such a such a chewy game. Like there's so much to just like get into with the game. And again, I liked this game. I would definitely recommend it if you're somebody who sort of wanted to like Dead Rising but couldn't get into it. But if you're a diehard Dead Rising fan, it definitely falls short.
And if you want to if you want a worse, experience, there's always the movies. Those are easy because you just press the play button and then they go.
And you get to see Rob Riggle.
Oh man, I got to see those movies being filmed, so they have a
really.
soft spot
Oh
in
yeah, they would. Yeah, that's yeah.
I mean, awkwardly, there's a scene where they have giant vaccination tents, and like I would the trains would travel over it. That I was like, oh, that's neat.
Oh.
Cut to 2020, where those same vaccination tents are in the same area, and it's like, this is a weird. This isn't funny anymore.
Weird.
Yeah, I've seen this before.
I've seen this before. Yeah. Oh my god, that's insane. I suppose worth mentioning as well is the Wii game. I don't know if we again mentioned it. We maybe just sort of discussed a lot of stuff in the in between as well. So the Wii game was like. It was just like a cut down version of this.
And how?
Yeah, I never played it. I just remember seeing like reviews of it and some screenshots, and it was definitely a thing at this time where you just had Wii games that were just a weirdly compromised version of the Big Brother games. So these were the Little Brother games. So your little brother got to play it on his Wii.
And look, if you love Cletus, this game, Chop Till You Drop has more Cletus for you.
Yeah.
And if you love dogs and parrots, oh boy, you're going to be seeing a lot of them.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure Joe the cop just shows up as like a boss zombie a bunch of times as well.
Yes.
Just a giant boss zombie.
Oh yeah, because it's got like repeating bosses and stuff as well, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, it was a weird time.
It's a weird one. It's a very weird game.
Because you got to do a lot of like aiming with the Wii remote and waggling and all that. I'm sure, and like that's that was the vibe at the time. If you had a Wii game, you had to waggle it. Oh yeah, it was in the Resident Evil 4 engine. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And like I guess like the Resident Evil, the version of Resident Evil 4 on the Wii was the best way to play that game. So maybe they're like, maybe we can make it work on this. So yeah.
Oh yeah, we only had 6 to 7 Granados versus
Eater McBeaver.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, we've got one last block of tracks, which is just a couple of tracks from the remake. They're all remixes or rearrangements of this. They're all done by Suzuki Kota, who is a name that I'm not familiar with actually. I'm just going to pull him up on VGMDB here. Just
the old horn.
VGMDB. This is where I get all my information from. Yeah, it doesn't appear to have done a whole lot, to be honest. Oh, there's 2 Kota Suzukis. Interesting.
Oh.
Very interesting. Yeah. Everybody loves to hear people Google shit. Okay, yeah. So,
Robo, come on, let's talk about what we had for breakfast.
Actually,
today.
a lot of Resident Evil.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Onimusha 3, Devil May Cry 4, Resident Evil 5, 6, Revelations 2, and Tatsunoko vs. Capcom. Which has a great soundtrack.
Yes.
Yeah. And then just contributed a lot of these to the Dead Rising.
Fun fact:
remaster.
Frank West is in Tatsunoko versus Capcom.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, yeah. Tatsunoko versus they need to release that on as something that isn't the Wii. Speaking of the Wii,
we live in an era now where everything is so copyright law bullshit. They do. We gotta have fun
that
again.
That game is never going to be released because I do think there is some sort of insane licensing hell with that game because of Tatsunoko. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate because that game absolutely whips ass. Really, really fun fighting game on the Wii.
Yeah.
Genuinely nearly worth buying a Wii for and getting a real controller for because it is difficult to emulate because of how how it handles or how the Dolphin emulator handles the fighting sticks.
I mean, you see how much damage they're dealing? They're dealing millions upon millions of damage.
They are doing millions of damage with each.
My computer can't handle that.
But yeah, we've got 4 tracks here from these. So we've got Dreams of Yore, Happy Flight, Reflection in the Window, and Beyond Heaven, all by Suzuki Kota. Yeah, that was Dead Rising. Absolute fucking. I adore this game. I'd like the first two games in particular, but like this game. Oh, this game is just like it's just like a game that sort of just defined my sort of like my 20s, just in terms of like this is a game that brought me back to gaming in a way, because as I mentioned, it was a game that sort of that I had bought an Xbox just to play. At the time, I had sort of stopped gaming. I think the most recent game I played before that was like Final Fantasy 12 maybe, and I just wasn't really interested in gaming as a thing for a while. You know, sometimes you just get in and out of games. I'm currently having a bit of that at the moment, where I'm not really doing any actual gaming because I mostly play Magic the Gathering. But like, I have this thing of like, sorry.
My condolences.
Yeah, it's rough, but you know, here we are. I'll have times where I'll go back to games, but like this is definitely one.
Yeah, I'm being told Deltarune is what I should be playing, but you know.
Yes. Yeah, there's a lot of games out at the moment where I'm like, do I want to play games? But also I just want to play Magic, so you know.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, it's definitely something that brought me back to gaming in a big way. Like it was this and Crackdown.
Man. I think that's yes. Yep.
Yeah, those two games where I was like, oh shit, gaming is good. And then
360 had a hell of a lineup. Like
that first couple of years of the 360, and like Capcom as well, for whatever reason. Like Lost Planet was another one that was just like
Lost Planet 2 was so good.
Yeah. Oh god, Lost Planet 2 multiplayer was so fucking sick.
Like you could having people like if they didn't do the ending just right, that you'd see them get eat it like in the final cutscene before you escape. It was great.
Yeah, but yeah, like this era is like a defining era of games for me for sure, and like Dead Rising is a massive part of that. But yeah, thank you so much, guys. I love this game. I loved having you two on to talk about it. And Reese, I'm sorry that you were not feeling well, but thank you for sticking around to listen to our bullshit.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Yeah, Reese has been a champ throughout this, because we have during the music we have been talking bullshit, some serious nonsense. So.
Look, inventing characters that never existed.
Jim the Bee Man will see their day.
But yeah, either of you have anything you want to plug, just social media or websites, or I don't know, anything at all really?
Yeah, you can hit me. As always, you can hit me up on Blue Sky at Zombaholic at Blue Sky. I put out art. I make videos, animations, etc. You can find a lot of my work on Zeddy's Roundup. Search Zeddy. If you search Zeddy's Roundup on YouTube, you can find me there. Currently have no big projects to announce, but you know. As an artist in the wind, I'm always down to. I'm probably cooking up something more sooner than later.
Yeah, excellent. Robo, anything you got going on?
I don't really have much on socials. I guess I'll just plug my friend's thing. Zombaholic on Blue Sky, and they have a channel called Zeddy's.
Is that paid promotion? Am I going to have to disclose this?
I'm told the check is in the mail.
What?
Fantastic.
Just Oreos?
Oh, you know me.
Just crumbs in an envelope.
Look, Canada Post is going through some things. You know, if they want to toss that letter around, I'm fine with it.
Reasonable. I won't ask Reese to plug her stuff. You know where to find Reese at this point, so you can find her on Blue Sky. You can find her on the on Vigatwato. You had a new episode recently, as I recall. I don't even know anymore what the Vigatwato release schedule is supposed to be. So just
Twice a year.
Once a year. Yeah. So yeah, you can find us on Blue Sky CRT Sound System. I rarely check that though, so if you want to actually communicate with me, you can find me at 4push on Blue Sky, or better yet, come to the Discord. I'm much more active on Discord anyway, so if you want to,
or in movies Bob mentions as he calls you out once again.
No, I try to avoid there entirely. That's a terrible place to be for several reasons.
Oh, yeah.
You can support the show on Patreon. Go to patreon.com/CRT Sound System. We've got some bonus episodes. I should have a bonus episode up by the time you listen to this.
All right.
Hopefully, it should be out tomorrow. Tomorrow when I'm recording it is probably 2 weeks ago at the time at the time you're listening to it, but you know, that's how recording in advance works. So thank you so much everybody for joining us tonight. There's been a ball. It's been nearly fucking 3 hours of this shit.
Yay!
And we've gotten pretty goofy with it, so we're just going to go out with the last track, which is just called Justified by Drea Guinness. I guess that's how that name is pronounced. And that is the credits theme, if I recall right. I should have wrote
opening
that down
end
somewhere.
credits. Yeah.
Oh yeah, perfect. Oh, I lost my notes. There they are. So yeah, last track is called Justified, and yeah, have a good one, everyone. Thank you for joining us.
You corner me to say, oh, how can you live that way? You think I'm wrong with my pride. Well, let me tell you, I am justified. Look to my left and you'll see where I tried. Look to my right to see the crimes. Look through my past and you'll see all the lies I lied, and why I'm justified. Justified, justified, and why I'm justified. The light passes me by. I try to wash myself clean. My soul has since then died. Well, let me tell you, I am doing fine. Look to my left and you'll see where I tried. Look to my right to see the crimes. Look through my past and you'll see all the lies I lied, and why I'm justified. Justified, justified.